Back here with our Smart Start as it is Election Day. News 8, your local election HQ. Polling sites have been open for almost an hour now. We have Aron Spitzer joining us live here in Rochester, covering the race for mayor. Aron.
Yeah, Brendan, it's that mayoral race that everybody's watching here in the city of Rochester. Incumbent Mayor Malik Evans seeking re-election against conservative opponent Louis Sabo. Now, Evans has been the city's mayor since 2022. He's running on plans to prioritize growing the local economy, addressing the ongoing opioid crisis, and building housing. His opponent is a business owner with long-standing ties to Rochester. Sabo hopes to improve the city's education system and encourage active policing to deter crime. Now, in late August, the Rochester City Council had a unanimous vote to not only stand by its sanctuary city policies, but also strengthen them by formally adding protections for immigrants, a point of contention in this race.
It would cut back what recently was changed and remove the protections for undocumented workers. It just doesn't make any sense in my mind.
Our sanctuary policy simply says that the 10th Amendment to the Constitution is clear that, we are under no obligation to do the work of the federal government. And that is what we are arguing. We think we will be successful in that.
The polls opened at 6 a.m. They close at 9 p.m. Important to note that if you are in that line when 9 p.m. hits, you can still cast your ballot. For now, reporting in Rochester, Aron Spitzer, News 8.
Aron, thank you. Leading off our coverage, other offices in the running this election cycle in Monroe County. 5 seats need to be filled for Rochester City Council at large. 9 candidates in total for this, including current Council President Miguel Melendez and at-large Council Member Stanley Martin and Dr. LaShonda Leslie Smith. Running as Democrats, Kiara Kiki Smith and Mitch Gruber. Marcus Williams running as a conservative. Victor Sanchez, Kelly Cheadle, both representing working families. And David Sutliff Atias for the Green Party. 3 seats also open on Rochester's Board of Education. Democratic nominee Heather Feynman and 2 working families candidates, Kareem McCullough and Camille Simmons, who is the current Rochester Board of Education president, all running unopposed. To one of the more controversial races we've been following for months, Town Super in Irondequoit. Both candidates on the ballot for supervisor, even the current one, have been in the middle of this debate, our coverage. Andre Evans did not get enough signatures to appear on the ballot as the incumbent, but he's still running. Voters instead will see 2 names, Democrat John Perticone and Republican Anthony Costanza. Now, Costanza faces 3 misdemeanor charges, accused of using his position for personal gain. He's denied the charges. He's also said his Democratic opponent, Perticone, pushed for the investigation. Now, he confirms he flagged the issue, but Perticone says he only asked for a review. Back to Evans, he's mounting a write-in campaign after failing to qualify for the ballot. He was censured following a town investigation into claims of sexual harassment and retaliation. He has denied all the allegations. 2 town board seats in Irondequoit also on the ballot. We've got more information on all the candidates, the races we are following. If we did not just mention them, those at rochesterfirst.com. Breaking news just in, Dick Cheney, the hard-charging conservative who became one of the most powerful and polarizing VPs in U.S. history, has died at the age of 84. Cheney served father and son presidents, leading the armed forces as chief of defense during the Persian Gulf War under then-President George H.W. Bush, before returning to public life as vice president under Bush's son, George W. Bush. The family says he died due to complications of pneumonia and cardiac and vascular disease. Much more on that coming up 7 o'clock CBS Mornings. In other breaking updates, a young man is hospitalized with life-threatening injuries after he was stabbed in the city on the southwest side. Officers rushed out to Dr. Samuel McCree Way before 9:30 for that stabbing call. And when they got there, they immediately started performing first aid and applied a tourniquet on the 24-year-old victim before getting him to the hospital. Police determined the stabbing happened nearby on Eddy Street. Rochester police are also looking for leads in a different case after a 17-year-old teen from Sodus showed up overnight at the hospital here with a gunshot wound. He is expected to live. Detectives are still working to pinpoint where the shooting actually happened, somewhere in Wayne County. The early information suggests it did not happen here in Rock. If you have any information on those breaking headlines, you're asked to call 911. Investigators still need help to find a teen suspect wanted for a deadly shooting in Rochester this fall that killed a 16-year-old. Officers went out to a home on Warwick Avenue October 9th where they found the victim, Ajian Wright, in a driveway, shot multiple times. The boy died at the hospital. The picture you just saw is the suspect, identified as another 16-year-old, Keon Warren. Police say what led up to that shooting remains under investigation. We do have that wanted poster. If you have any information on Warren's whereabouts, that's over at RochesterFirst.com. You can reach out to the Major Crimes Unit. A man in Yates County keeps getting toll bills from New York City, but he says he's never driven downstate through there in his life. Stanley Spears of Dundee bought this motorcycle in August. Not long after he brought his new bike home, he got a letter from Tolls by Mail. It was stamped by the Port Authority of New York and New Jersey. Inside was a bill claiming he drove through Manhattan in July and early August. At that time, though, he did not own the motorcycle, and the photo attached to the bill only added to the confusion.
It's very clearly a car.
Yeah, very clearly. I mean, it's not a small plate like the bike plate. It's not on me, it's on them. But I'm the one that turns around and gets blamed for it because the plate comes up my name.
So yes, the plate number on the car is identical to the one on his bike. Spears was able to appeal the toll bill, but has since gotten another one. We have reached out to the Port Authority regarding his bill mix-up to learn more about how this issue could be resolved and what's at the bottom of this. Once we get a response, we will share that with you to clear it all up. Your sunrise traffic, speaking of driving, got 5 minutes to go until 7 o'clock, and we can see everything now. How about that? With sunrise just about 4 minutes ago here on this Tuesday. We are okay seeing average drive times. There should be nothing to slow you down if you're headed out early to go to the polls before you get to work or get the kids to school. Final forecast there, James Gilbert.
Yeah, gorgeous day. It's nice to see that after what was a very busy day. We had those storms move through yesterday. And a cool little gallery on our webpage of all the photos and the video we got. I looked at my wife and I'm saying, I'm parked in the driveway. That hail better not get bigger than pea-sized.
No kidding. Yeah.
I was getting a little nervous there, but it did. It stayed kind of small, so really no impact, no damage. We didn't see any from that hail yesterday. Tomorrow we've got another round of rain showers and wind, but focused in the afternoon. The morning is dry, midday is dry, and then the wind does pick up. Scattered showers Friday, and then a lot of highs at the end of this 8-day forecast with temperatures falling. When you get afternoon highs in the 30s, that's when you start to talk about wintry mix. So I do see it happening possibly there.
Here we go. Almost time. And it's delayed for this season, by the way. Got more coming your way, 9 o'clock on our podcast where we have a ton of fun talking about anything and everything. Second cup of sunrise. I got a story about some school pictures that I want to share this morning. We'll see you then. Have a great election day, everybody.
Follow News 8 wherever you are on RochesterFirst.com, Facebook, X, and on our app for news and weather. Get the Rochester First streaming app today for everything you love from News 8 On Demand, plus exclusive shows you won't see anywhere else. Search ROC and download for free on Roku, Amazon Fire, and Apple TV.